Today I'm in Chicago and I'm visiting Chiu Quon. It's a local institution, a pillar of Chicago's Chinatown, and its oldest bakery. It specializes in Toisanese, Cantonese, and Hong Kong-style baked goods, like the kind I grew up eating. So I'm eager to showcase these items and visit this iconic spot. Chicago, Chinatown, Chiu Quon, on today's episode. Okay, it's great to be in Chicago Chinatown, visiting Chiu Quon, this heritage Chinese Cantonese bakery in Chinatown. They opened in 1986, and they are the premier Chinese bakery in Chinatown. And I got a lot to sample, and I got a good survey of their wares, and so I'll be digging in. But let me just say something about this bakery. As a long-time heritage bakery, and by heritage I mean they opened at a time when the Cantonese and Toisanese businesses dominated Chinatown, not just in Chicago, but across the United States, before the influx of other regional bakeries. Long before the new Korean slash French influences that you see in a lot of Asian bakeries now. It was long before that. It was before the Taiwanese influences in bakeries, and so they have a lot of old school items, and you really can't have a Chinese slash Cantonese community presence in Chinatown, any Chinatown, without a bakery of this sort, because it is integral to the community. You kind of have to have a bakery like this, as part of the Hong Kong, Cantonese, Toisanese diaspora. You really do need a bakery like this to kind of anchor the community, and so this is what Chiu Quon does for Chicago Chinatown. Chiu Quon sells a range of baked goods, and perhaps their most famous item, their most iconic item, actually, you know what? I think it is just flat out their most iconic and famous item. It is the baked char siu bao, the baked roast pork bun. And I'm going to start with that because I don't think I can wait. That is the showpiece, and let me dig in. Wow, as I'm looking at it, it is it is quite sizable. I recently did a char siu bao episode, and I visited dim sum restaurants, in the Washington D.C. area to complete that episode. And at restaurants, because char siu bao are meant to be eaten with other dim sum items, they tend to be smaller. But at bakeries, and that's especially at these heritage Cantonese bakeries, the baked char siu baos are considerably bigger. And look at this. It's like a perfect dome. It is, It is shaped immaculately, and I'm just going to bite it and dig in. Oh man. Wow, this is good. The texture on this bao is really skillfully executed. By skillfully executed, I mean that the bun is really soft and plush, but it's not exceedingly so. It has a bodily integrity to it. Wow. And the filling itself is chopped up pretty finely, so it has a very soft and smooth mouthfeel to it. Wow, this filling is good. I mean, it's really lush and smooth, and there's a sweetness behind the filling, the roast pork, but it's balanced out by a savoriness. So, I mean, you never lose sight of the fact that this is a roast pork bun. It has a potency to it, a presence to it. So you have an immaculately executed bun itself, and then you have a very deftly and skillfully executed filling. So this is a masterful, classic char siu bao. Wow. Here's another bao. I mean, they're all handmade. I mean, it's not like they're pumped out by a machine, but they are very consistent with the look and the feel of these baos. I mean, look at it. This is another perfect dome. It's really amazing how they shape these baos, and they get this perfect shape, this dome. Oh my. Oh my. Oh wow. Okay. I'm reluctantly moving on because those char siu baos were so good, and I got a bunch of them. I think I'll take some back with me. But oh, here is the pineapple bun. This is an amazing little creation. Look at this thing. I mean, the pineapple bun is so named because it looks like the exterior of a pineapple, not because it has a pineapple flavored filling, and it has a cookie crust top. And I've never seen one with such a pronounced cookie crust top before. Usually it's kind of superficial to kind of gentle, and the presence of it is just enough to say, yeah, I have a cookie crust top. But this thing, look, it wraps around the bun almost, and it almost touches, the flat bottom of it. Wow, look at this. Oh man. This is amazing. And I'm not using that term lightly because it is pillowy soft. Wow. Wow. It is pillowy, and that cookie crust top is slightly sweet, and it's crunchy, gently so, and it's a really good contrast to the pillowiness of the bun itself, and it's a wonderful contrast. It's a wonderful mouthfeel. Wow. Because usually, as I mentioned, the cookie crust top is not as pronounced as this, and so, the mouthfeel is different. Okay, I'm moving on to the coconut bun. This is another immaculately shaped bun. I've seen some that are more long. It looks more like a hot dog bun. This one, it has more of a bulk to it. Let me bite into it. Oh. So yeah, there's a really buttery, coconutty filling. Yeah, so the filling is, kind of granular, and it has a very buttery coconut flavor. It is very buttery. The dough itself is similar to the other baos I've had, the pineapple bun and the chashu bao, but it's the softest one. It doesn't have the same degree of firmness as the other two, and frankly, it's probably not supposed to. And the filling, as I said, is very buttery and coconutty, but I would say that the butteriness of it exceeds the coconuttiness of it. And it is very granular. Sometimes it might have a more or less shredded appearance of coconut. This one's more granular and kind of grainy. And I kind of wish I had a hot cup of tea or a hot cup of coffee, because this would go exceedingly well with a hot drink. It really would. Okay, I'm going to eat the Cantonese style, Hong Kong style sponge cake. I haven't had this in a long time, but it's roughly cone shaped, and there's going to be a very soft cake as I unwrap some of this wrapper. I'm going to unwrap it just enough to expose the top so I can bite into it. Okay, here it is. Oh man. Oh man. Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh man. I have less experience eating these sponge cakes because they're not as easy to get in the Washington, D.C. area. But all I can say is, wow, they're soft. Mmm. 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 Eating this thing, this sponge cake, is like eating a cloud. Wow. And this top is, slightly more firm and kind of slightly crusty. So you get a great contrast if you can bite some of the body of it with a little bit of the top. So you have that contrast in texture that is really nice. Mmm. Wow. Okay, what I have next is a moon cake. I think it's called mini moon cakes over there at Chiu Quon. This is not something I have often. I don't eat moon cakes a lot. It's not the season of the Mid-Autumn Festival right now either. But they sell moon cakes all the time. And I think this is something of a signature item there too. And I'm going to bite into it and see what this is all about. This one has the lotus seed paste in it. So this is a very classic Cantonese, Hong Kong style filling. I think some of the newer ones have red bean paste in it. Some of the newer iterations. So this is a very old school moon cake. Oh man. Oh wow. It's firm and pasty. It's slightly sweet. It's not exceedingly sweet. Wow. Not that I eat lotus seed paste often, and so I can't remember the last time I had it, but this is powerful stuff. It's just very pleasing to bite into. The kind of soft, not soft, but the kind of gently flaky, very thin exterior does not get the same attention as the filling does. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but when the filling is that good and that amazing, I don't mind it dominating that slightly flaky, thin exterior. Wow. Okay, my final item is the egg tart. This is a Hong Kong style egg tart, and I noticed it has a puff pastry shell. Let me take it out of the tin. Here it is. Oh. Oh my. Oh my God, oh wow. That egg custard is amazing. The texture of it and the taste of it. I mean, it's slightly sweet, eggy, but it's just so lush. It is so soft and gentle. Wow. Wow, that is an impressive egg custard filling. I'm about to finish the whole thing because I just can't stop eating it. Wow. That filling is amazing. And it's really, really flaky. The puff pastry is really good too. It has, a really good flakiness and a bodily integrity to it. So it's not falling apart. It has a structural integrity to it. The filling and the exterior shell is so incredibly executed. It is nearly perfect. I mean, I don't want to say that it's perfect because there's always, a slight room for improvement, even when it's so good. But wow, this thing is impressive. And this wraps up my episode here in Chicago, where I enjoyed the baked goods from Chiu Quon Bakery, a fixture in Chinatown here in Chicago. And they are a local institution for good reason. I was really impressed by their work, by their wares, by their baked goods. Hong Kong, Cantonese, Toisanese style, old school baking. And you should really give them a visit if you are in Chicago anytime and visiting Chinatown. And thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. Please give this video a thumbs up, a like if you enjoyed it, and please consider subscribing. I'll catch you next time on my next food adventure. Take care. Bye-bye.